looks like we are online. First time in a while. So as always, I'll give it a couple of minutes and see if anyone does show up. This was completely unannounced, so yeah, I wouldn't be remotely surprised if no one comes along to subject themselves to this. Well, with one exception, because Jim plays. Yeah, I think you're about the only person who did know this was coming along. So yeah, well, we got one anyway, which is one more than I was expecting. Well, give it about another week. You might actually be halfway back from Colonia. And the return trip is always such an enjoyable experience. Well, at the moment it is just yeah, it is just you. So it's going about as well as could be expected, I suppose. Return trip is made a bit more interesting by the outpost. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the first time I went to Colonia, none of those outposts were there. And the second time, I went to them all on the way there, and not on the way back. So, yeah, the return trip was definitely, yeah, well, it was fucking coma-inducing, to be honest. Right, well, at the moment it's got viewers 4. Where the fuck did they come from? Oh. Right, anyway, I don't think it's going to, you know, get any better than that, so I guess we might as well make a start. So I'll start with the usual thing, which is yeah, I'm still only using one screen, despite the fact that the second screen is right there, but I haven't got the HDMI cable to hook it up. So I'm going to have to keep minimising the game throughout to be able to catch up with messages, although I think in the case of this one there are not going to be very many of them. And what I've been doing is a part of my old completionist routine, which is to get my materials count maxed up again. As far as encoded data goes, I have already maxed out all materials that are tradable, but some of the AX stuff, particularly the Guardian blueprints here, yeah, they're nowhere near maxed out, but all tradable stuff is, you know, all non-AX stuff. And as far as the raw and the manufactured materials go, I need two. I need biotech conductors, which I currently have 68 of. And I need exquisite focus crystals, which I currently have 59 of. And I am currently in the Lyabes system. I'm currently docked in Lyolka Beacon. This is also where my fleet carrier is. Which I thought would be a good place to actually grab these, these last two materials that I need. But it is backfiring a bit. And we'll see if I can show you why. Have a look at the old mission boards. Well, this one that gives 4 exquisite focus crystals, economic data acquisition. It's not difficult, but it can be a bit of a pain in the arse. It depends on where it is that I have to go. But it doesn't tell you where you have to go, it just says a settlement. Well, if it's a low security settlement, then yeah, it's easy. But if it's like medium or high, forget it. But you don't know in advance. And the other thing is where this is backfiring. Because I'm also getting a lot of... there's another one that's paying exquisite focus crystals, but I'm not shifting 5,826 units. That's about 9 trips. Is what I say to that. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of combat missions. Obviously I've got no problem with doing combat missions, but around this area of the Imperial space, my reputation is maxed out. It's allied with every minor faction in about 5 different systems, and every time it's given me a fucking combat mission, it's always been in one of those 5 missions. I'm going to take this one. 63 tobacco. I know where to go to get that. That'll give me 4 more biotech conductors. To get that, we will go to CD 6576 and we'll head to Alex's Rest, which is a really weird looking station. Actually, it looks shit. Right, so yeah, we'll take that one. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, all of the combat missions I'm getting, they're all in systems where I maxed out, you know, my reputation with every minor faction. Because if I do combat missions, I'm going to lose some of that reputation with the faction, you know, whose ships I'm destroying. I really don't want to do that. So that's why it is backfiring a bit, because almost certainly every combat mission I get around here will take me to one of those systems, which means losing reputation with a faction that I don't want to lose rep with. So if I'm not getting anything decent after this, I will then go on to the next part of what I plan to do, and hopefully I can grab some biotech conductors and exquisite focus crystals while I'm doing that. Let's see if there's anything else there. Nope, still nothing. What have we got online? Jimbo Erodian and Tegan Grace. The usual suspects.
You are now clear on the station. Imperial Flight Operations Bureau, now signing off.
So I was going to make this a bit of a question and answer thing as well, but well, if you know, Jimbo76, seeing as you are the only one who's actually saying anything, yeah, if it is going to be that, it's entirely down to you. Now, the two stations in this system, Alex's Rest is the cheapest place to buy tobacco. Might as well just talk to you on here. Okay. Yeah, this is the cheapest place to buy tobacco in this system. It's also the cheapest place to buy Imperial slaves. They have quite a few of those available here. Though when I say cheapest, it's the cheapest by about 3 credits per tonne, so yeah, it makes all the difference there. Now, I haven't exactly gone overboard on the number of Elite Dangerous videos I've done since the Fleet Carriers update was you know, finally published. The last time I went into any real detail about the Fleet Carriers was during the beta, and it is safe to say that the beta, well, beta 1 anyway, yeah, was not good. But they changed quite a lot of how the Fleet Carriers were implemented. Not everything, but quite a lot. And the improvements were significant, to the point where I would now say that having a fleet carrier is definitely something you want to do. Hey, look at that station. It just looks so shit. Well, although I think a fleet carrier is now definitely worth having, that is due in no small part to the fact that I do seem to know what I'm doing with it. There does seem to be an awful lot of people who have fleet carriers, and they are utterly fucking clueless. And you can spot them easily, because if you frequent the forums, they are the players who are constantly whining about how shit fleet carriers are. No. Some aspects of them are still, you know, fucked up and are pretty much pointless. There is still absolutely no point in buying either ships or you know, outfitting parts to sell on. There's no point in doing that. But other than that, making money on you know, or with a fleet carrier is ridiculously easy. I only need 63. And one complaint that I see a hell of a lot is players constantly banging on about, all I've got to do is just constantly mining, and you know, mining is the only way that you can maintain the upkeep and actually buy the fleet carrier and all this shit. When I got my fleet carrier and finished outfitting it, and then transferred all of my non-AX ships over to it, the total cost was 6.5 billion credits. Big old outlay. I then transferred all but 150 million of my balance over to the fleet carrier balance. So I had 150 million credits left in my balance. So obviously, to get all of the credits reclaimed from that initial outlay, I had to get my balance back up to 6,650,000,000. Well, as you can see from my balance there, it's now at 7,447,393,961. So I've done it. In fact, I did it in just over 2 months. I think it took me 68 days to do it. Now, in that time, how many mining trips do you think I did? Well, I'll tell you right now, the answer is none. I didn't go mining once because I didn't need to. We got a couple more casino. Do you and Jim have plans to wing up again? Well, it's a bit difficult at the moment because he's about 15,000 light years away. Bloody hell, we are graced with the presence of Mainmeister. Damn, this game is ridiculously pretty. Well, it is when it works. Most people get money extremely quickly and just dumped on a carrier. It's like getting out of commerce 3 days after getting a game. You need experience with the game. Yeah, that's pretty much the point I'm trying to make. All the people who are complaining about the fleet carriers, you can bet your mortgage, they are entirely made up of all those people who, from the day that the fleet carrier price was announced, and we knew it was going to be 5 billion, they all fucked off to Bahrain and have done nothing but mining low temperature diamonds between that time and the fleet carrier update going live. That was all they did. And because that was all they did, they've now got it into their heads that the only way you can make up the costs is from from mining. Not only that, the only thing you can mine, or that is worth mining, is low temperature diamonds. Everything else, no, it's not fucking worth it. No point doing that. And that meant that they then started endlessly fucking whining that when the levels of low temperature diamonds that were available in hotspots was adjusted, and then the price of them was adjusted, and they've now really dropped in value. They were all acting as if, that's it, the game's finished. You cannot now get the money you need or the credits you need to be able to maintain a fleet carrier. Fucking bollocks. Absolute fucking horse shit. So like I say, in that time that I was making up the 6.5 billion, I didn't go mining once. Now I have since done a couple of mining trips. The first was because I stumbled across a tritium hotspot, and I just thought, okay, I'll take a look and see, what the yield is like. And I was only there for about an hour or so, because I just can't be bothered with mining half the time, or 99% of the time. But I got 100 tons from, just for an hour of fucking about. I didn't think that was too bad. I really have got no fucking clue what the people are complaining about regarding the availability of tritium in, in mining hotspots. And even if you can't find it, you know, in a hotspot or mining in general, just buy the stuff. But oh no, because there we have another one of the big complaints. Suddenly, these systems that were selling tritium for about 4,200 odd credits, they've all dried up, or they only have, you know, about 6 quantity, and everyone started fucking whining about that as well. But if you've got a fleet carrier, the standard price of tritium, which is around 42,000, that's fuck all. Just buy the stuff. Not only that, but the actual like fuel efficiency has been improved on about 3 separate occasions, and now you know, a 500 light year jump is using what, about 70 tons of tritium at most. So that's no bother. Like I say, fleet carriers are not absolutely perfect, but the overwhelming majority of the problems with them is not the way they've been implemented by Frontier Developments. It's the people who have gone out and bought them and have absolutely no fucking clue what they're doing with the things. So right, well, let's get these biotech conductors. I'll still get 1.5 million for that, so well, I'll just quickly look and see if there's anything. Oh fucking hell, 5 more there for 54 units of consumer technology. Well, they're easy to get. Fuck it, I'll do that one. I'll still get 1.4 million. So right, we'll do that. Consumer technology is easy to find. Fuck it, there's another 42 units that they want there. I'll do that just for the credits. It's not like I need credits, but I'm getting the consumer technology anyway. Right, what do these fuckers want? That's a multiple one, not doing that. That's another multiple one. And for fruit and veg, no, it's not worth it. Deliver 180. It's a planetary landing. I really can't be bothered with planetary landings. I don't know what it is. It's 3,000 away. No, I can't be asked. I don't know what it is about planetary landings. I just don't like doing them. Well, he's not landing at bases. I could do with a couple of nice easy delivery ones or source and return ones that give me exquisite focus crystals. Right, that's it. So we need to get how many? 96 consumer technology. Well, that's easy because they are in a system that I go to a hell of a lot. Down here in Kayakol. I can also check the missions board there, because that's another system where I'm allied with every minor faction. So look what else we got here. Right, bloody hell, Colin Jones is here. Still haven't done anything past the tutorials on this. I suspect that means he probably got further than main Meister has in the game. Alright. I quite like my carrier. It's handy thing to have around. I keep enough in it to run it for a couple of years. I ain't minding though. I'd rather make money from combat. I make money on my carrier from people who keep selling me void opals. I went for about 3 weeks, may even have been 4 weeks, where every day I logged in, somebody overnight had sold me a load of void opals. So I was just raking it in with those. People have been brainwashed to think mining is the only way to make money. That's nonsense. Well, the thing is, they've brainwashed themselves into doing it because they spent, let's say, a month or was it 2 months doing nothing but mining. Through repetition, they've now got it into their heads that that's the only way of doing it. The thing is, you have realistic expectations. People have gotten used to either getting 500 tons an hour or it's all broken. Yeah, that's what the forums were full of. Yes, Mainmice is summing up here. I seriously need to start playing this. The extent of my Elite Dangerous was getting entwined in the cage around the first space station. Yeah, I remember I was watching. It didn't go well. You can fill up a carrier from one pirate massacre mission if you have the rep for them. It's easy, I just buy it. Well, there have been a few occasions when I did fill up my carrier, but yeah, I freely admit it was when you could get the tritium for 4,200 credits. And there were about 3 different occasions when I had 16,000 tons of tritium on the carrier. I just took it all to some station that was buying it for about 50,000 and sold the lot. So yeah, I took advantage of that. I've also on a few, I think it's 3 occasions, gone to the Thargoid space with the barnacles and harvested a load of metal alloys. Every time I've harvested metal alloys, the longest I've had them for is 12 hours, and they all sold out. So yeah, that was another way. And then of course these lot who keep selling me void opals. So that's how I've been making the bulk of my credits. But I've also I did one other mining run at in a metallic ring system, and yeah, I was basically mining everything that I found. So I was getting gold, osmium, samarium, praseodymium, painite, obviously, and then a couple of the core stuff. I got rodplumsite. I think it was moissanite. Didn't find any alexandrite, but any of that stuff, it's all valuable. And instead of taking them to the nearest station and flogging it all off, I just took it to the carrier and listed it all as being available for sale there. And I didn't sell everything. There were a couple of bits in my carrier that I've still got, the 2 core materials. And the way I ensured that I would sell everything is that I price it to sell. If you look on Inara, the number of people who have got fleet carriers, they get a commodity and straight away they set the price at 1,000% of the galactic average, which is the highest you can set it. And they do it with absolutely everything. And then they wonder why no one's buying it. Well, why the fuck would anyone buy it? If you land at a carrier and you find a commodity that is being sold at 1,000% of the galactic average, if you fly on to any other station or any other carrier, the very worst you will do is find it at the same price. So why the fuck would you buy it, if you see it at that price there? Those players who do that, they could end up filling their carrier with all this stuff. They will never sell a single fucking unit. And like, for example, a load of metal alloys, loads of people are selling them for over, I think it's 3 million. 3 million per unit. And of course, they're stuck with them. They never shift them. My price of metal alloys is less than 1 million. I think it was about 950,000. I had about, I think the most I've had was 355 tonnes, and I sold a lot in 2 hours.
Current approach vector is good, Commander.
So I still made, as near as damn it, 350 million. Because I got shot of all. Yes, I could have made more if I'd priced them up higher, but I also would have been stuck with them for far longer. I don't want to be stuck with them for ages. I just want to harvest them, get them listed on the commodities board, and then get shot on.
Safe and secure. Please execute system shutdown.
I mean, it's not rocket science. So many of these people with fleet carriers are just totally oblivious to this. Right, we need 96. Right, there we go. Right, let's check the mission board while we are here. Bismuth is a pain to get. I think that's one of those ones where you have to get it from a surface, and I can't be arsed. Nothing there. See, actually that's modified embedded firmware, so that's no good to me. But I do see plenty of assassination missions that pay either biotech conductors or exquisite focus crystals. I'll straight away think, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Then I see the the system that it's done in. No, can't do that one. Or in the case of this one, because Anahit is one where I'd easily do it. Oh, it's a fucking winged one, and even when I'm in a wing, getting those getting that target is a pain in the arse, because he's nearly always in an anaconda, and he'll have 3 wingmen who are either all in vultures or all in fer de lance or something. So yeah, not easy. Oh fucking hell. Charlie's around here getting 1,584 units of palladium. Oh, that is fucking tempting. Let's have a look what we got on the comments here. I guess it depends how much you jump it. I was referring to the carrier. I rarely jump mine. A full tank will last me a month easily. I usually do about 4 or 5 jumps a week. You're very old school. You don't go where the latest. It's like it's what intended from the start. Yeah, okay. Not sure what that is, but there you go. I don't make money off my carrier. I don't really have the need. It's more a mobile fleet hangar. Sort of like money is hard to make through other means. I'm guessing you don't frequent the forums very much, because yeah, if you frequent the forums, no, unless you're mining 24/7, it is impossible to make money on anything. Didn't you know that? After 5 years of playing, it's hard not to have more money than you will ever spend. Well, I mean, yeah, if you add my the value of my carrier and all the assets from that, my assets are just under 29 billion, sorry. So yeah, it's not. I am so tempted to do this one. It's 3 trips. Let me just double check on Inara what the availability of palladium is. I don't care about the price, because however much it costs, I will make that and more back when I get the reward. Right, HR 571. They currently have 9,622. Price is 12,525, which is relatively high. But like I say, I don't give a shit about the price. Right, well, that's where I'll get it from then. HR 571. Okay, we'll accept that. I better finish this one I'm doing at the moment before I make a start on that. Alright. Still have more to check here. I don't think there's going to be anything particularly worth doing. Yes, there is. Take out him in HR 571. My reputation in HR 571 is not brilliant, so I don't mind doing that. I'll have him. Supplying these 40, I'm definitely doing that one. Tritium missions always pay a ridiculous amount. 48 units of tritium, 18,207. I can even give him 48 units of the tritium that's on my carrier, but I won't. I'll just go out and buy it. Anything else here? No. Right. Well, let's head back then to Libraries and get these consumer technology delivered, and then we'll check what I need to do next. I think Jimbo has given up chatting on here. He's gone back to the the actual chat in the live stream.
Landing restraints retracted. Please exit the station safely and promptly.
The other thing that really does make me cringe about the fleet carriers, again, actually, it's not the carriers themselves, it's the people who got them. In fact, there's 2 things. The first is, if you go to a system, it's always one of 2 extremes. Either there will be no fleet carriers there, or the place is so fucking chock full of the things you can barely fucking move. And there doesn't seem to be much in the way of anything in between that. Now, I can't complain too much because my carrier, I say, is currently in Libraries and there's no shortage of carriers there either. I will say though that I did go to Libraries with a degree of reluctance, purely for that reason. I'm just so sick of going to systems and there being, fuck knows how many carriers already there. And the other thing that really does make me cringe is the names. The names that some people have given these fucking things. Some of them are truly fucking horrendous. The number of fleet carriers I've seen called the USS Donald Trump. Just fuck off. I mean, if ever you saw a fleet carrier that made you think, I really want to dump a load of bio waste around these landing pads in open play, it's when you see a carrier that's named the USS Donald Trump. Jimbo 76, while he was out in Colonia, he came across a fleet carrier called Vegan's Dream. I mean, like, my fleet carrier is called Go Fuck Yourself, and I mean, even that is going to be more appealing. You know, that's more welcoming than a fleet carrier called Vegan's Dream, for fuck's sake. And you get the ones that are all called, you know, named after stuff from Star Trek and Star Wars. And you see quite a few USS Sularcos and USS Nostromo. Well, let's face it, at least Go Fuck Yourself has got some sort of like degree of originality about it. I've certainly not come across any other fleet carriers called that. I do remember as I was around Seleno, or one of the or Asterope, you know, one of the systems around Pleiades Nebula, and I had the system chat actually open, and there was a USS Donald Trump fleet carrier there, and people were actually talking in open about doing that, buying a load of bio waste and just dumping it around his landing pads. No, I was absolutely in favour of it. I mean, as far as British players goes, although I've not seen one, I'm half expecting there to be out there somewhere in the game.
Please stay on current course. Your speed is good.
HMS Tommy Robinson or some shit like that.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, so let's hand in these.
May alight when ready. Enjoy your stay, Commander. Your comfort is our top priority.
Alright, so we get 5 more biotech conductors. Yeah, this one is just all about credits, for what it's worth. Yeah, I'm not going to buy hydrogen fuel. I won't sell that from the carrier. Alright, oh, fucking hell, there's another one that wants 63. It's another 5 biotech conductors. How many have I got now? 77. No, I mean, I've still got missions to do, so... right, well, let's go and get the first lot of Palladium then. So this lot has to be taken back to, yeah, Kaya Kol, doesn't it? So let's head to HR571, and we'll also encounter that pirate. Now, even though I'm in my cargo ship, it's more than capable of taking on solo pirate lords. Let's take another look at the what we got here. Because yeah, I don't have an account on the forums, even going there to look at patch notes. I feel like you just, yeah, you and me both. Fancy UK, I find fuel to be on the cheap side. Yeah, oh yeah, I wonder why. You must be about the only player in the game who has been to more systems than he's made hyperspace jumps. I kind of feel the same way as you do about the community in this game. God, you think that highly of them, do you? Right. Evening all. I haven't played ED for a while, but I do enjoy your streams. You got to be a bit of a masochist there. Agree with you 100%. I saw Carrier right now. If I see anything with like cunty McCunt face or whatever, yeah, just fuck off. My carrier is called Midnight Rose because I have the pink and black paint job, and the Fortune class configuration makes the engines look like a flower. See, all the arcs that I spent on mine, I've got the Nautilus class, I've got the paint job and everything else, and I changed the air traffic control and everything else. And after doing all that, I realised that the end result is my carrier now looks and sounds like everybody else's. If I'd left it all completely stock, then yeah, it would just, it would be almost unique. Right, next worst one I've seen is That's No Moon. I don't think I've seen a fleet carrier called That's No Moon. Thank fuck. How about the Lollipop? She's a good Actually, this is cringing sort of like admission time. But so often when I name a ship, I find myself sort of singing to myself on the good ship, followed by name, including on the good ship, go fuck yourself. So yeah, I'm really proud of that. Anyway, let's go and kill this pirate lord and grab the first load of palladium. Now, this cutler only has a class 6 shield generator. I mean, okay, yeah, it is prismatic, and yes, it does have 7 shield boosters, so it's not, completely helpless. If you look at the ship info there, yeah, shield health is 3,191. Kinetic resistance 49.9, thermal resistance 60.7, explosive resistance 65.2, which is not bad for a ship of this size that only has a class 6 shield generator.
Thank you, Commander. Have a splendid journey.
Hopefully he'll interdict me before I need to check out the signal source. That's what happens a lot. Let's get away from the primary star and then we'll see if we can see where that signal source is. You know it's going to be like, thousands of light years away. It's not there. I don't need to check any of them in detail because if it's not the mission signal source, then it's not going to be any good to me. Oh, there it is. 1060. Okay, no, that's really close compared to usual. couldn't stand the robot voice as the default ATC. I didn't mind it actually. I thought it was okay, but I fancied a change, and yeah, so I went and got one of the ATC packs, and it turned out to be the same one that everyone fucking gets. I forget the name of it now. It's the one that's supposed to be French, but she keeps losing her accents, or like every second word she says. I do like the way she can be a bit sarcastic though. A couple of times I've been on the final approach, and then a wanted ship comes along, so I start attacking it, and after I've destroyed it, she just comes over on the on the comms and says something like, "Do you need some time on the simulator, Commander?" If I was back in combat mode. I have to say I am really not a big fan of doing combat in a cutter, but I'm not going to change my ship just for that. So there we go, Fed Corvette. We'll go and catch up with him, and then we'll soon have to engage reverse. He's not moving at all, he is now. He's only deadly, not even elite rated. Right, that's the shields down. And there he goes. That was really hard, wasn't it? Now sometimes they do drop exquisite focus crystals, so we'll have a look. No, he dropped fuck all. Okay. Well, right. Next stop, Chevron Terminal. And we'll pick up our first load of platinum, palladium. Now hopefully a cargo hold like that will attract pirates when we're back in Kayakol. That. So the last thing you said was I am invincible. Didn't turn out to be the most accurate thing you've ever seen. I've already forgotten if I got that pirate mission from Kayakol or Lyabes. Actually, Al, if you are still watching this, I could really do with knowing what system you're in. I'll send the fleet carrier there and you can land on that. At least it'll be a start. It's easier landing on a fleet carrier than it is landing in a docking station. It was Kayakol. Okay, so we'll be able to claim that when we get back. Now this palladium mission that I'm doing is a wing mission. So if there was somebody, for example, who was docked on my carrier in Layer Bs, which is not very far away at all, and they could log into the game, I could share that mission. They would only need to pick up 1 ton of palladium, and they'll get the same rewards that I'm in line for. 40 something million credits. Just an idea, mind. Alright, first things first, I'll get the 338,000 for taking out 1 ship. That's not bad. Right, I'm not going to bother checking the supply, 8,160, I'm not going to bother checking the mission board here because otherwise I'm going to end up snowed under. So, 720 of those, just over 9 million, no problem. Right, set course for Kayakol. Right, before we leave, let's have another look at the messages here. Right, easy enough for a pirate lord. Like I said, the wing ones are the only ones you have to worry about, but you wouldn't do those in a cargo ship. No, if I was going after winged pirate lord missions, I'd change to the old Romanes Aeon Domus. I bought the Madeline one. You have, was it Madeline? I can't remember the name. I think I shelled out 25 quid on my carrier. Fucking hell. I wouldn't go quite that far. I even have pink landing pads. Jimbo 76 has pink thrusters on his fucking exploration ship, and it looks every bit as lovely as it sounds. That looked close. Oh, that must have been my really tough battle against the what do you call them? Pirate Lord. Quite handy with those plasma accelerators. I personally find them too slow and power hungry. That's the great thing about this game. You have choice. Yeah, plasma accelerators are my number one choice for ammo-based weapons. Cannons are my second choice. Fancy car will be on it. Okay. Is that a hint by any chance? Yes, it was. Yeah. Also, I have to thank you for showcasing the Cyto Scramblers. They are one of the best weapons in the game. I unlocked them because of your videos and have not regretted it for a second. Cyto Scramblers are seriously good. I recently got a new Fed Corvette, and that is all about piling on heat on enemy ships. And the Cyto Scramblers, they don't have the phasing sequence, they have the thermal cascade. So even when the shields are down, they will still be useful because they're still adding heat to the enemy. It then also has 4 cannons, and they all have whatever the cannon equivalent of thermal cascade is. So yeah, it really piles the heat into them. Delboy 3K, what fucking hell, I'm amazed at some of the people who are turning up here. I only updated this last week and flew 2 missions. I'm useless, it took an age. You did better than Al. Yeah, okay. Ginger plate, it's a work of art. Well, if there's one word I would use to describe your exploration ship, yeah, art is not the one I would use. Yeah, on that note, let's head back to Kayakol and drop off this first load of palladium. Now hopefully I'll get some elite pirates en route. Because I'm in this ship, they will be in either Anacondas, Type 10s, or more likely fucking Fer-de-Lance or Mambas. It's great if they're in Anacondas or Type 10s, I mean you can take them out effortlessly, but Fer-de-Lance and Mambas, because they are so fast and so manoeuvrable, trying to take them on in a fucking Imperial cutter, yeah, that's real fun.
Shift drive charging.
Alright, I'll eat another fag.
You have cleared the station perimeter. Please take care of your journey.
4, 3, 2.
Not looking too good, is it, as far as interdictions? I think I can safely say I am not going to be interdicted by an Orca, and that is the only other ship that's currently on the sensors. Well, this one up ahead. Mostly harmless Diamondback Scout, I think we can safely say. No, he's not going to be doing it. Looks like Panther UK took the hint. He's currently on my carrier. So, well, assuming that you know, you've been watching relatively closely, you know where to go, but you need me to share the mission with you. So let me dock and I'll do that. Well, it was not the most exciting of first trips, but I do of course have 2 more trips that I still need to make.
The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau offers their warmest greetings, Commander. Docking request approved. Plot route for approach to landing pad 17.
Okay. It's just to hang this one down, isn't it? Well, also take down the pirate, done that, so that's 5 more of exquisite focus crystals. I'd actually forgotten all about the fact that that was paying exquisite focus crystals. I thought they were, it was just credits. Right, that's 720 of those handed in. Now, let's just have a check on here. Right. Yeah, cannons use thermal cascade too, but I've never found a use for that affecting PvE. Is that Corvette a PvP ship? Well, I suppose it could be PvP, but I don't usually bother with that anyway. Yeah, NPCs are stupid, but I just like cooking them from the inside, so... The joy of first load from the... Oh yes, there was a patch today. Right, so he sat on the... well, he sat on the carrier at the moment. Right. Double 3K. Oh god, Panther, I'm pathetic. I got this game day one. Day one? Fucking hell. And didn't play it till last week. Okay. Only thing I've done correctly is get a fuel scoop before my first flight. Before your first? Fucking hell, that hasn't left you skint, has it? Right, anyway, let's get the wing with Panther UK set up, because we need to get that started before I can share the mission. So hopefully he knows how to accept this. Let's face it, it's not difficult to fucking work out, is it? What the fuck am I doing? Oh, okay, right. Right. It is difficult to work out. Anyway, yeah, his wing request has been sent. So you just press 2 and move over to here, and you should have a mission or an option to do what you've just done. So that's the yeah. So he's accepted the wing. Right. Now I'm going to share the mission with you. Now again, I've only ever had like a mission shared with me once, so you may have to sort of wing it a bit as far as working out what to do. But I think you accept it from either here or in the transactions tab. Maybe somebody in the chat thing can help out with that one. I remember my first flight way back before the CQC tutorial was a thing. I lost 4 sidewinders trying to land. The first time I played the game, I got the keys mixed up with which one retracts the it's transactions tab. That's where you'll find the mission sharing thing. But yeah, I got the keys mixed up regarding the retracting your landing gear and dumping your cargo. So I dumped all of my cargo around the entrance to the station and got a huge fine. So yeah, I got off to a flying start. Right, he's grabbed the mission. So now you need to make your way to this system, HR571. You also need to be sure you can carry at least 1 ton of cargo. In fact, just get 1 ton of it. So in HR 571, and you want to be landing at this docking station, Shavarin Terminal. So once you're there, we'll go on to the next bit. I'm going to make my way there now.
You are clear for departure.
Yeah, it was around here that I dumped all my cargo. So yeah, that was a great move, that.
Frameshift drive charging.
So Panzer UK is in a Cobra Mark 3. I'm pretty sure he's A-rated his frameshift drive, so I'm pretty sure he'll be able to get from Lybees to HR 571 in one jump. I can't actually remember what his balance is at. I know he did tell me once. I think it's around something like 23 million, something like that. The only potential risk, as far as he's concerned, is possibly being interdicted while he's on his way to the docking station in Kayakol, which is why I was saying just take 1 ton of it. Don't grab any more than that. Doesn't look like he's got very far at the moment. Mind you, my my carrier is orbiting an Earth-like world, so it might be that he's mapping that at the moment. Certainly worth doing.
Access is now granted. Please proceed to Bay 10.
Scan detected.
Do not deviate from your current course. Reduce speed for landing operations.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, there's a message just coming up there. Best place to grab a ton of palladium. Where I am. That's what I was saying earlier. Right, let's type it in. So HR 571, and it's Chervin Terminal Station, which is where I am. Right, so we need another 864. So I will have to make another trip, even when he gets his 1 ton.
Maximum capacity.
I guess I should wait for him to come along. Actually, no. I'll check on the third one. Let's have a look. Right, what we're looking at here. The kind of thing people need that though. The game nowadays is too hand-holdy. Yeah, it certainly is that. Back in the day, it was here your stuff, get on with it. Yes, it certainly was. Hang on. Weebop Art, do you get paid for this game? Seems like a job in real life. Don't be putting your cargo dumpers in places they don't belong. Well, yeah, I don't even have that key bound anymore, so yeah. The elite games are always basically a job in space. You live as a person in the future, a person needs a job, blah blah blah. Yeah. Nowadays it panders to the MMO crowd. We pretty much did that from the start to a degree. Yeah, so Jim's giving him the help he needs. My starter ship cargo is so small, 1 triple would fill it. I'm assuming your starter ship is a Sidewinder. That's the same ship that what do you call it? That's the same ship that Mainmeister is currently in. I think he's buggered off though. I haven't heard from him for a little while. Looks like Panzer UK is having to make 2 jumps to get here. That's a bit of a surprise. But anyway, let's head back to Kayakol. So I'll try and get this this trip done and then the last one done as quick as possible.
You have been disengaged from the dock. Please observe speed restrictions upon exiting.
It is with
Because I'm trying to get this one done quickly. This is when I'll get interdicted, and it'll be a fucking Federlance or a member that does it. For once, I hope my powers of prediction are as reliable as they usually are. Actually, who was it who was talking about Delboy 3K1, your starter ship so small? If you're still in a Sidewinder, go to the Procyon system. Actually no, you first of all buy a detailed surface scanner, then go to the Procyon system. There are 4 Earthlights there. Map those. Go to a system that's 20 light years away, hand that in, you've got 4 million. You can dump that Sidewinder in no time. Why do I say that? I've still got a Sidewinder myself. I'll take it in the combat in resource extraction sites. At the station, right, so get the 1 ton of palladium from the from the commodities board, and then let us know when you've got that. Docking on. We've got another one who's reliant on fucking docking computers. Fucking things. I remember there was a line in the Dark Wheel, that's sort of like novelette that came with the original Elite. One of the characters says, if you can't dock without a docking computer, you shouldn't be flying. And yeah, I couldn't agree more. Mind you, I'm fucking this one up big time. Look at the state of this. You don't buy a fucking dog and bark yourself, company. I wouldn't buy a dog anyway, you know. I'm a cat man myself.
Landing complete. Initiating ship lockdown. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau wishes you a pleasant
Right.
visit, Commander.
Dump this lot off. Okay, so that's 1,440 that have been bought, so there is still another 144 tons to get. Or 143 as it will be. Has he, no, he hasn't picked it up yet. Well, let's head back there, because I've still got to pick up, well, I'll have to pick up 143. Ton bought. Right, so you go to the galaxy map. The system you have to take it to should be highlighted, but it's the system I'm in at the moment, which is Kaya Kol, and the docking station you want to dock at is Barlow Station.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are now leaving the controlled zone. Imperial Flight Operations Bureau now signing off.
Alright, let's just have a check on the okay, can't do that yet. Let's just get ourselves in line with the station. Now let's check the chat here. I played all the Elite series, however, First Encounter's the one I played least, as I had the buggy release before I didn't let access to get the patch. You want to get the D3D version of First Encounters. They fixed an awful lot of those issues, and it is now possibly the best of the best of the lot. Let's see if yeah, the early release of First Encounters was rushed, to say the least. Yeah, that's putting it mildly. Delroy 3K1. Yay, great tip. We'll rewatch after I get home and write that down. Just doing the last PXC boot at work near driving home. Well, I'm sure that makes sense to someone. Right, looks like Panther has made his way to. Actually, it looks like he's showing us still being in this system. Oh, now he's in Kayakol. The bearded wonder, that was what they called Hashimamla. Right, you want to go to the oh fucking hell, what was the station in Kayakol? I've been there often enough. You want to go to, yeah, Barlow Station, that's it. Yeah, that's it, Barlow.
At your earliest convenience to pad 09er.
One of my regular smooth entrances there. Right, so yeah, it's saying 144, but that's not including the 1 ton that Panther has, so I need 143. There we go. Mine will be smooth. Yeah, it helps when you've got a fucking computer that does it for you, yeah. Mind you, that's no, you should see my fucking attempts at getting into and out of docking stations when I'm in either an Anaconda or a Corvette. Yeah, they always go really well.
Your ship is released. Please observe speed restrictions upon exiting. Heavy oncoming traffic ahead. Please regulate your speed, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
You have cleared the station perimeter. Please take care on your journey.
Well, I thought I was going to get at least one interdiction throughout this. I also forgot to actually check if that place had any of that and any tritium, and I bet they did because it was a refinery. Oh, fucking prick. Right, let's have a look what have we got here on. This gang used to have a Scottish ATC who criticised you if you used a docking computer, saying you should learn to fly your ship, but they got rid of him. Oh, fucking hell, they should have kept that. I don't think I ever heard that. I remember the Scottish, yeah, like the traffic controller. I don't remember hearing him criticising you using a docking computer. Fucking hell, they should definitely have got those. Or kept that one. Colin Jones, what's the Thargoid on the console? Oh, that's one of my bobbleheads. I got that for 1 ARX. It was some stupid offer that they had when the ARX feature was added. Feature. I think just about every one of my ships has got that bobblehead fitted on there. I also got one of the Coriolis stations on the other side. Let me get back to fucking too busy looking at the comments. Right, has Panther landed? Yeah, oh yeah, he's asked me. Yes, just land, and then go to the mission board and hand in your 1 ton to the mission. Well, you'll see the actual mission itself. Oh, fuck yeah, you're still hanging about out here. Right, I've got to try and get in here before you hold everybody up with your fucking docking computer.
Please land on designated pad number 17.
I suppose that's one advantage that the cutter has over the Cobra Mark III. Despite its size, it is faster. Manoeuvrability, though, that's a completely different matter.
Maintain your approach, Commander. Ground services are ready and waiting for your arrival.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, so we'll wait for Panther to
The station secure. Alight when ready.
land and
Commander.
sell his 1 ton. Right, hang on, let's get back to the comments here. Do you ever use the Karl Marx? I remember that was your go-to ship for most things. Occasionally, but nowhere near as much as I used to. Which is a bit ridiculous given that that ship cost me, I think it was about 1.2 billion. And that was despite the fact that I bought absolutely everything for it from Leon Respace. So I saved 15% on everything. It still costs me 1.2 billion and I don't use it very often. Docking a cutter is like trying to wrestle a bear. Honestly, don't know how you people can get on with that ship. Give me a Type 9 any day. You're fucking joking. You'd rather have a Type 9 than a cutter. Uh, boy, I was Jim Plays. I remember years ago using PXC boot the image laptops using SCCM. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I still don't understand why they give a Sidewinder a docking computer or any small ship. They are literally the easiest ships in the game to land. Yeah, you can even fly through the entrance sideways and you can still fit through it. So it really does not need a docking computer. But yeah, Panther is in Cobra Mark 3. At least I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, there we are. Right, looks like he's down. So yeah, hand in your 1 ton to the mission board mission there. So you will see the highlighted mission. It should be the first one that appears. The source and return. Looks like you've already handed it in. So I'll now hand in mine. And you should now be getting the option to choose your reward. So you can have any one of those. I'm going for the exquisite focus crystals and 48.3 million. I suspect you'll just go for the straight 50, well, as near as damn it, 50 million credit reward. There we go. So let us know when you've got that. That should certainly bump up the old balance of yours quite a hefty amount. So I can't remember, because I know you played it a few times since you last told me, but I seem to recall your balance was something like 25 million, in which case you've all but trebled it from doing one mission. Right, let's go back to the chat there while we are waiting. Panther UK done. All right, so you've got your you got the reward there, yeah. Just shy of 70 million. I'll even buy some fuel on the carrier. Yeah, that'll help with the carrier funds no end. Yes. Actually, speaking of carrier fuel, yeah, I've still got that mission to do, haven't I? I need 48 units of tritium. Alright, let's find somewhere that is selling tritium nearby. Again, I don't care how much it costs because I'm going to make a shitload. Buy. Oh, they have some on Acquired Taste Orbital. Well, I go there often, and actually they got some in Shapsugabus. So, fuck it, we'll go there. There's often some pretty decent missions in Shapsugabus as well, so... But anyway, Shapsugabus is here. We'll go to Baylog. I know they will definitely have it. Back to the Gopher then. Okay, well, yeah. No, I'm going to see if I can get out of here before he launches because, well, I still have memories of following Mainmeister into a docking station. Yeah, that went well. Oh, he'll wait for me to leave. This will be where I fuck up the exit. It makes me look like I'm just utterly fucking hopeless at the game. Sounds like I just nudged someone on the way out anyway. If you now have just shy of 70 million credits, you can buy and outfit to a pretty decent level Python, which most people consider to be the best all-round ship in the game. Not sure if I agree with it, but a lot of people do.
Commander.
Perfect exit, by the way. Oh, I'm delighted you approve. Yeah, that's more like it, yeah. That's the sort of kind I would expect. Right, how much tritium do I need to get again? Yeah, it's only 48 and it's paying something like 18 million. I think once I've done this mission, I'll head back to the carrier, because I don't think I've actually, like, you know, shown the carrier in any actual detail of any kind in any of my videos since I got it. Okay, stay topside for a flyby. There we go. You get the added bonus of seeing Panther's glorious Cobra Mark III.
Uniform Kilo. The Empire cordially welcomes you. Please complete landing procedures within your allocated time slots. Permission granted. Land on designated pad number 204.
Landing gear deployed.
And don't overshoot the fucking landing pad left, right and centre.
Landing complete. You may alight when ready. We trust this facility will
Right.
serve well, Commander.
So I need 48. Not 61. There we go. So it's costing me 1.9 million, and I will get back, what is it, 18 million? 18.2. But it is just credits, none of the materials that I want. Alright, so take that back to Barlow, and then after that, off to the carrier.
Detachment sequence complete. You may proceed when ready.
Who's this little shit here? He's elite. He's in a Sidewinder. Sergey, fuck off. I mean, that's the sort of name I'd come up with. And my Sidewinder is called Mr. Creosote. Which, compared to Sergei Fuckov, is quite a quite a conservative name.
Frameshift drive charging.
Get back before me. I wouldn't bet on it. I've got one more landing to do before I. Yeah, unless you're going to be mapping planets. Oh yeah, don't forget to map that Earth-like world that I'm orbiting. That will pay you at least 400,000. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a time bonus. Oh, that's all right then. I was sure that was going to be incoming enemies. Right, there's the old chat. Panther can now afford an ASP or a Python. Well, if you went with an ASP, you would be able to afford to totally, A-rate it and outfit it and everything. The only problem is the ASP is not great at combat. It really isn't a very good combat ship. Not because of its weapons. I mean, 4 class 1, 2 class 2 hard points, they're not terrible. But its power distributor is fucking hopeless. So you can't put anything, decent like, rail guns, plasma accelerators, anything like that. They're far too power hungry. And also the manoeuvrability of the ASP is not brilliant either. So, well, certainly not in a combat situation. Any other situation, it's more than fine, but in combat, no, not really. I ended up getting rid of mine. I replaced my ASP with a what was it? Crite Phantom. That's it. Because I got utterly sick of trying to land the ASP on planet surfaces, and because it's got such a fat fuselage, even though the head-up display kept saying, "Oh yeah, it's fine. You can land right here." No, you couldn't. Combination of fat fuselage and really short landing gear means no. Unless you're trying to land in an area that's like a fucking billiard table, forget it. I got really sick of it, so I junked it and replaced it with a Crite Phantom. Crite Phantom doesn't have anything like the jump range. But it's still not bad, the jump range is far from terrible on the thing.
Permission granted. Land on designated pad number 02.
And also, a Crite Phantom is much better at combat than an ASP. It does cost a lot more, but with 70 million, you're not that far away from being able to outfit Crite Phantom. But frankly, if you're going for all-rounders, forget the Phantom. Go with the Python.
Are in place.
Landing gear deployed.
Safe and secure. Initiating ship
Right,
lockdown.
I haven't done any of these for a little while.
Is our top priority.
Right, 48 tritium. Bosh. So we'll take 18.2 million, so we're now up to 7,499,065,235. That'll do. I'm not going to check the missions board because I'm bound to find something else that I want to do, and it will just interrupt how I was going to finish off the live stream. So yeah, as you can see, Lyrabees has its fair share of carriers. I mean, it's not as bad as some systems, but oh, he's already mapped that planet. Okay. There's no shortage of Earth-like worlds around to map around here.
Landing restraints retracted. Please exit the station safely and promptly.
Imperial Clipper. Decent ship. I've got two of them. But yeah, hardpoint placement is a real problem with them. Landed easy money. Oh yeah, well, you effectively made 50 million profit, only shifting 1 ton of palladium. But I mean, that's the thing with those shared missions. Doesn't matter how much or how little you contribute. If if you just contribute 1 ton, that's all you need to do, and you'll get the full, payout as a result. So it's a great way if you're just starting off and you want a pretty hefty credit bump. Yeah, that's a great way of doing it. So I'll have a quick check of the chat tab once I'm down. Once I start fucking paying attention to how far away I am from the destination. And then it'll give you a pretty, not my usual pad though, or... Well, your usual pad is currently being occupied. That's where I dumped me 5 tons of nerve gas that I got on board. Well, put it this way: if it wasn't where it was, I'm gonna shift it there. Well, there she is. That is the good ship. Go fuck yourself. And yeah, so this is the Nautilus class layout, which I think costs something like 12,500 arcs or something like that. The paint job is pirate orange, but it makes it look like it's sort of rusty. So it's an old sort of like real serious rust bucket of a ship. It's nice how it's landed.
Landing gear deployed.
hasn't given me my regular landing pad either. I hate pad 8. I only really like pads 1 and 2 because they're easy to get to. There we go. Alright. So we're down. Let's get the old repairs done. You may notice that both repairs and fuel have quite a hefty markup on them. That's because I have 50% tariff on everything. So if we go to the carrier management then, and it looks like someone has sold some stuff to me because my carrier balance is always kept to, well, it's close to 5 billion without dipping under that. So does that mean someone has sold some void opals to me? Yes, I did only have 14 of them. They're now up to 30, so still not enough to really be worth going to sell them yet, but at least we know we got that. The Tayfite here, I did have 25 of those, so I've sold 22 of them. No idea who's had them. But I mean, yeah, you can see galactic average 30,894, and I'm selling mine for 19,894. So I always sell, or nearly always sell, well below galactic average. My price for low temperature diamonds is absolutely insulting, and yet that is a lot higher than it used to be. It used to be just 23,000. And I put it up to 113,000. That way, well, initially I was going to use this as like a sort of taxi ship for miners who didn't want to risk getting interdicted by pirates. They would come and land on here, and my fee was going to be something like, you had to sell me 5 or 10 low temperature diamonds at that shitty 23,000 price. Nobody ever actually used that wonderful service because it really wasn't worth bothering with. So yeah, but I just left it, and I have had a few people selling low temperature diamonds to me, so it's not terrible. I've also just noticed my Rod Plum site here has been sold. I had 16 of them. I was selling them for, I think it was about 210,000. So yeah, so they've gone. What was the other one I had? It was, I think it was monazite here. 200,000. That's been sold. So I now don't have any minerals left. Oh, actually, tell you, I got my Tayfite still. I don't have any of my metals left. I was selling plenty. I had beryllium, gold, osmium. I had over 100 tons of osmium. Palladium, platinum, praseodymium, samarium. So I was selling all of those. Yeah, they've all gone. I did also have painite. So yeah, a lot of my stuff has gone. Some of my salvage is still here. Encrypted correspondence, I can't fucking give that away. Military intelligence, no one seems to want to buy it because it's illegal pretty much everywhere. Tactical data, yeah, again, I think it's illegal in a lot of places, and it's not that valuable, so no one wants that. Thargoid resin, although it looks like my price is high compared to the galactic average, I was checking against Inara. My price is pretty good, or it was, but yeah, no one's interested in that. So yeah, my carrier balance at the moment is 5,983,000,000. I'm gonna deposit How much do I have to put in? 16.09. Yeah, there we go. Right. So now, effectively, those 30 void opals that I've got stored on there, yeah, are there. Well, freebies. I won't be selling them though. Well, not from here. I'll take them to a station. One limitation about the commodities market is you can either buy something here, or you can, well, this is stuff I'm selling. So yeah, I'm buying tritium, low temperature diamonds, void opals. So you can buy them here. You can sell stuff here. But you can't do both. You can't sort of like buy a commodity and have it listed as one you sell at the same time. I don't know why. I assume it's so that it doesn't help players with multiple accounts, easily transfer credits between the two. Doesn't work very well. It's still easy to do that if you've got two accounts, but I don't think they're ever going to be able to stop that happening. I think that's about all there is to show here. I mean, carrier services, I don't have the secure warehouse because dealing in stolen goods is just too much fucking hassle. I don't have any shipyard or outfitting stock. I never will. I just think it's a waste of time getting those. Alright, let's have a check in the chat thing here. Right, I would rather have a Type 9. Yeah, slow speeds is way more agile than the cutter. That ship has 2 Imperial slaves strapped to the front of it called Nigel and Dave, used as retro thrusters. Okay. I have to introduce myself to those two. Not met them yet. Panther can now. Oh, hang on, I've already answered that one. Bring on the Panther Clipper. They will never release that ship. Well, the problem with the Panther Clipper is if they did introduce it, there'll just be endless fucking whining on the forums about it. Because unless it has, the speed of, a Viper Mark III, the manoeuvrability of an Imperial Clipper, the cargo space of, 10 cutters, firepower greater than, fucking 3 Anacondas, unless it's got all of that, everyone's going to moan, oh, it's shit and all this. And I think Frontier Developments have just said, you know what, we're not going to fucking bother. And for once, I actually agree with the one that I agree with that decision, if that is what they've done. Colin Jones, I had a Python in Frontier on the Amiga. I don't think I ever had a Python in Frontier. I had a boa and found that it was bugged. And the turrets, the top turret, when you pointed down, it didn't switch to the bottom turret. So if you were using the top turret and pointed down and fired, you basically blew up your own ship with it. Good going. But I did end up with a Panther Clipper in Frontier. And once you've got that, I mean, you don't need to worry about fighting. You just fucking smash into everything and destroy it all. I want the Imperial Explorer with the 3 nacelles. The Imperial Explorer, that was from First Encounters. That only had 2. I think you're thinking of the Imperial Trader from Frontier. Most well-rounded ship in that version. Oh, you're referring back to the Python. I mean, it was a decent ship, no doubt about it. And even though I never had one in Frontier, I've no doubt it was good in that one. I hate the Python, like really hate it. It's a cargo ship that is basically a wannabe combat ship, but just isn't. It flies like a pile of horse dung. It's okay as an all-rounder, but if you're trying to outfit it as a specialist ship in any role, I think it's fucking hopeless. I've got 4 of them, and every single one of them, even though it's outfitted for just one thing, it's still compromised pretty badly somewhere. I don't really hate it, but I'm not a big fan of it. Colin Jones, I'm sure that name is from Star Trek, a new Perkinning. Not familiar with that one. Alright, Captain of the CPP Kalinka, yeah. Not a clue what you're talking about there with that one. Right, fit an Asp Explorer full of frag cannons and its amazing combat ship. Extremely agile too, with top-of-the-range thrusters. Agility and Asp Explorer don't really go well together in my experience, but there you go. Devil Boy 3, transport driving 5432 stops. Yes, I've seen Star Trek 3 as well. Yeah, not one of my favourite ones. My favourite Star Trek film is, believe it or not, yeah, the motion picture. Actually, I say that like I'm not proud. I think it's a fucking great film. It's fantastic, fantastic science fiction, superbly well written, and for once, it's science fiction that has, you know, the core of its story embedded in, you know, science fact. But yeah, a lot of people don't like it because it's slow. If they think that that's slow, try fucking. You know, try watching any John Carpenter film. Right, okay, alright, well, Delboy is now buggered off, so he didn't hear any of that. And Jim's buggered off for his quiz night. Can see the, yeah, that's definitely mad. Oh, the voice on my carrier there. Chicken tells you to pay attention when you don't deploy your landing gear. Don't think I've made that fuck up yet, but I'm sure I will at some point. 50% tariff, I have naught on mine. Well, the thing is, the tariff, I mean, on my ship, all that's doing is adding to refueling, repairing, and rearming, which is, you know, it's fuck all. So it's not too much a big deal. Seems like way too much busy work for me personally, a bit like the auction house in World of Warcraft. If you can make money off it, that's awesome, but yeah, I just can't be bothered with it. Well, it's I mean, let's face it, I don't exactly have a huge amount left to do in this game, so I'm sort of like making stuff, you know, for myself to do, so I'm quite happy with it, you know, going on like that. Panther UK, expensive fuel, cheap rent, yeah. Expensive fuel, oh yes, because your Cobra sometimes, you know, refueling it could almost run into the tens of credits. And I'm using fuel that costs 42,000 per tonne. Yeah, yeah. Like I was saying in Facebook, yeah, one of us has worked that one out a bit better than the other. All right, what's we got? There's another 17 credits. Don't spend it all at once, Mr. Ambassador. You really are spoiling me. Does this count as a collaboration? Yeah, there you go. I suppose you can stick it on your channel. I'm sure it will get plenty of views. Star Trek the Motion Picture, Thinking Man's Sci-Fi, like the Andromeda Strain. And Andromeda Strain was another fucking really good science fiction film. That's the kind of sci-fi that I really like, where again it's you know, it's more or less embedded in, like, you know, actual facts, and the science fiction side of it is like a very sort of like faint or very thin sort of disguise for what the actual film is really all about. Of course, Planet of the Apes is the ultimate example of that. Logan's Run, that's another one, which is, again, fine example of that sort of science fiction. And that's the kind that I really like. I much prefer that to the pure sort of escapism of stuff like, Star Wars and all that, That'll be the last time I mention Star Wars on here. Casino, honestly, that's great. A big change, really whining about it. You made it work for you. Yeah, I mean, the other thing, actually, that was something I was going to mention earlier. Frontier Developments have basically set a precedence now where if there's something in the game you don't like, go to the forums, endlessly fucking whine and moan about it, and eventually you'll get your wish. Because first of all, it was the lack of I think it was the lack of tritium in mining hotspots. And so Frontier Developments then caved in, and what they did, they offered a free refill of your fleet carrier's fuel tanks. Now the thing is, I was like a lot of other players who just could see what was happening and thought, right, we've got to work around this. So I still kept my fuel tanks topped up to maximum. That's what they are at the moment. So I got fuck all, and so did loads of other players. But all the people who were just sitting there on the forums whining away about it, they got a free top up of their fleet carriers' fuel tanks. So that was the first time, and then there was more constant moaning about we can't get enough tritium from mining hotspots, and Frontier Developments capitulated again. So they made the tritium even more efficient. So now you're doing 500 light year jumps, and it's using hardly any tritium at all. I think tritium is now something like 200% more efficient than it was when it was first brought into the game. So that's twice in pretty quick succession that they've done this, and it's set the tone for the rest of it. Now, whenever anyone encounters something they don't like about the game, is just going to sit on the forums there, endlessly whining about it, and then they're not going to be thinking, oh, this will get me involved. They'll be expecting it, which makes it fucking unbearable, as if the fucking forums weren't bad enough to begin with. Alright, that's that rant done. Planet UK, no argument here, great films. I was going to say Apes. Yeah, Planet of the Apes is the ultimate example of, that sort of science fiction. I think that is probably the best pure science fiction film I've ever seen, as opposed to like sci-fi and horror crossover, because otherwise it then, it's starting to rival Alien and The Thing. It's not quite up there with those, but it's still a fantastic film. Definitely one of my 10 best films of all time. Yeah, my tanks were full both times when they caved in. I think the majority of players had, just got on with it and had filled up their fuel tanks again. And then the next thing we all know is, oh, you could have done it for free if you just sat in the forums and whined away for fucking days on end, rather than actually do something like play the game, Right, Planet UK, but not Planet of the Apes 9, Cornelius Shot Jr. You'll have to enlighten me on that. It's not one of the shitty remakes, is it? I mean, the first Planet of the Apes film is the only one that I would say I was a big fan of. Beneath the Planet of the Apes has its moments, but it's, it's so-so. The one good thing about it is the lead gorilla in it, whose name I can't fucking remember now. He was a fantastic character. piss take on all the sequels, and I meant JR as in Ewing. Oh, okay. So yeah, Beneath Panic of the Apes was okay, but the rest of them, no. I'll leave those out of it. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's really just the first film. Casino, I like your ethos, honestly. Just play the damn game. You get what you need just playing the game. Don't be a whiny little brat about it. Just get on with it. You certainly put it a lot more mildly than I would. But yeah, I mean, if you're one of those people who play the game and you've not really had anything to do with the forums, keep it that way. Stay as far away from the forums as you possibly can, because you just will not believe it. It is just, it's the stuff of nightmares. Back to UK, your best new sci-fi has to be 2112, obviously. Oh, that reminds me actually, if we go back to shipyards, because as well as paying off all of my costs for the fleet carrier and everything else, I've also bought 7 new ships in that time, including a Fed Corvette, this one here, the Magma Hemorrhoid. This is the one that's all about, piling in the heat on any enemies. But, I mean, if I'm going backwards, we've got a long way to go. But I have a... here we go. The Diamondback Explorer, the Priest of Syrinx, and its registration number, if we jump into it, is 2112. And if that wasn't sort of like, enough of a link with the fucking album, if we have a look at we'll look at it we'll look at the livery, you'll see it's even grey with the red markings, just like it is in that animation that that Rush did for that particular song. So yeah, it's gone. Yeah, it's a full Rush wagon. Yeah. Right, what have we got here? Right, Delboy 3K1. No good starting to talk about things I have input on when I'm driving. Had to pull over to write this. Oh. I'm only too happy to help. Yeah, that's me. I don't get involved with the forums at all. I just play my game better for mental health. Yeah, well, those people on the forums, their mental health problems fucking escalated years ago. Back to UK, yeah, here you go. The Rush Wagon, absolutely. Anyway, I think that will do then. This has gone on for like 2 hours and 20 minutes odd, and I usually only keep these down to 2 hours. So, how did my materials counts finish? So I'm up to 77 biotech conductors, and as far as exquisite focus crystals, 68. They didn't move much at all. So as has been the case, I think pretty much since I came to this area, my balance has gone up far more than my materials count. So balance is currently at 7,482,974,771. So I will certainly still be continuing to get those materials. I want to get them maxed out, simply to give me something to do. After that, it will be another. I think I'll do another mining run in one of those metallic rings. Get myself another load of those. I think it was 6 or 7 different metals, along with painite. So that will give me stuff to sell from here again. And then I'll probably be going on to doing some more salvage runs from planet surfaces and from signal sources. So yeah, hopefully the salvage that I get from all of this area will start to mount up. I'll have a load more stuff worth selling from the carrier. But yeah, I think that will do then for this whole thing. What else have we got on the chat here? I've only just got here. Well timed, yeah. Thanks for the stream. Glad to catch you like it. Seeing you're a rebel compared to most people. Compared to most people, I'm a lot of things. Why has Lukozer commented on Odyssey? No, I'm keeping my views on Odyssey a bit quiet. I'm very sceptical about what I've seen. Although I have deliberately not seen a hell of a lot about it. I saw the initial teaser trailer, and that's all I've seen of it so far. And we even have Andy Pitkin, who's just shown up as well. more more fine timing there. But well, anyway, I mean, if you're that desperate, then yeah, you've got the playback there. So okay, right, well that will do. So yeah.